before we start, people wanted me to ask you what we about to do about Detective Bryant and Lamar, because it's crazy out here.
Man, I think the question is, what are we going to do about B. Mickey? What is B. Mickey going to do about himself? I feel like that is his main objective, to make sure his freedom, his life is solidified for himself. That's the main goal. He don't have Kato no more. He done killed his baby. He don't have his mama no more. He only has himself, and I feel like that's his main objective. I mean, yes, Detective Brian is pissing him off. Yes, Meech is pissing him off, but it's like, all right, you piss me off, but what's going to be given in return for that if I do something to you? So he's just worrying about himself right now, and where is he going to be placed in the next 2 episodes after this?
Are you a sneakerhead? A baller? Want to know about the hottest brands you can lace up and run with? Well, get ready, because we got all the details right here. It's Kicks and Bricks, where we got game on the streets and on the court. Here's your host, Jamel Cutler.
BMF was just renewed for season 3. Are you happy with all the success that the show is having?
Man, what? Yes. I am greatly appreciative of the reaction and response of the fans, man, because like I've been saying it before, we're competing. We're competing with all these cats that's on Starz, Snowfall, Power, Raising Kanan. And our main objective was to be as authentic as possible with this show. We didn't want the audience to be watching it and be questioning what they're watching. So,
aside from your character, do you have a favorite character on the show? For me, in the beginning, Charles was stressing me out. Like, as soon as he came on screen, I would just get Vietnam. But now, with Charles and all his misadventures, dipping in women that he shouldn't be, his storyline is becoming one
you're funny. Yeah. Shoot. My favorite character had to be Detective Bryant, mainly because I have so many scenes with him. And me and Steve Harris have such a compatible relationship when it comes to us being on camera. The chemistry is there, man. The chemistry is there. And I love having chemistry with cats that I'm working on, parallel at the same time. Because when the chemistry is there, the story is real. You feel me? And then on top of that, he brought a lot out of me. My first time ever watching him was Diary of a Black Woman. You know what I'm saying? And then seeing him from that all the way into being in his presence in real time, you really get to see that energy transfer that he takes from different characters and leaves and grasps towards another one. And that was the advice that I really got from him, just having listening eyes and being observant of his mannerisms and his signatures, just being as compatible with him as possible within those moments in time. But I loved working with Steve, man. Great person. Great energy, man. Yeah, I loved it.
If B. Mickey was in that bathtub, not in the bathtub, but in the bathroom with Steve Harris from that Tyler Perry movie, what would B. Mickey do? Take him out, or just let him drown?
Yo, did my light go out? Oh shoot, I'm about to charge it. We still good on light though, are we?
Yeah, we good.
Man, would he kill him? I don't know if he would kill him. He'd probably drown him. He'll probably do something greasy. He would drown him. He'll put his head on, because he was crippled. He'll put his head under and probably torture him. You know what I'm saying? Throw a bagel on him or something. You feel what I'm saying?
A lot of people, they always say like he should have drowned in that bathtub, because like all the roles he got is like he's always the bad guy.
Really, but he does it so well. So maybe he found his niche,
Do you have a favorite scene from the show? Recently from last episode, I like when Snoop pulled out the ratchet in the middle of church service when Lamar was bringing that dog.
Now that was crazy. Pulled out the gold plated, man. The gold plated. My favorite scene, and it hasn't come yet. It's in this next episode. I feel like you're gonna see my chops a little more in this next episode, and where B Mickey is psychologically, and how he navigates the whole Detective Bryant and Meets, you know what I'm saying, narrative on how he's playing both sides a little bit more. I don't want to go too much into the scene, but there's a moment in time where Meech says, I got you, you know, in this trailer for this next episode. And you're gonna see the reason why and post to that. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I know what scene you're talking about. I kind of jumped ahead in my
Yeah.
on my account, but you know, I don't want to give out spoilers for the rest of the world. But yeah,
Right.
that was a. I think like that scene in particular showed your range as an actor.
Mm. I appreciate that, brother. For real, man. For real. I just wanted to be as authentic as possible when it came to this character. You know, I didn't want anybody questioning what they were watching, you know, and I didn't get the fortunate opportunity to really talk to the character that I was portraying like everybody else did. So I really had to grasp from the dialogue in the script and understand mentally where he would be, you know, not where he was, because I could read it and understand where he was, but where he could be and where it could take him throughout this next season. But yeah, I'm really longing for this next episode and that scene because, like you said, it's going to show my chops. It's going to show my range and what I can do. And I've been longing for that opportunity, man. I've been doing this for almost a decade now, and I just try to be consistent as possible. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
With my range and my experiences that I have with different actors and the projects that I'm incorporated with. So I appreciate hearing that, though, bro. For real, man.
You know, the character that you, oh, well, the real life person that your character is based on, you know, he's been on other, you know, platforms like, you know, talking about this isn't accurate or this
Yeah,
didn't happen that way or
yeah.
whatever. Do you pay attention to like all the outside noise as an actor?
To an extent, I do. Just to grasp a little more context to what people are seeing and how they're feeling. Um, and then also hearing B Mickey and his statements. I comment almost every day on his page saying I got you. You know what I'm saying? I combat him all the time and defend him when it comes to these fans, because little do they know it's a base story. You know what I'm saying? Off of loose. It's a true story based off of loose vents. You know what I'm saying? And you got to add fictional storylines to make it entertainment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And most people don't really understand that. And I feel like Brian doesn't either, in a sense. Because you're not an actor. You know, these people aren't actors, you know. So if I was watching Power, I would hate Ghost too. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like you really got to know who Ghost is to understand. And on top of that, who the producers is, where the storyline is taking place, and where is it going to go. It is a sensitive topic because it's such a real story that they're trying to base it off of. But yeah, that just goes back to what I said. It's entertainment at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm just an actor, you know, and I hate that it looks so real and people are being so impacted by it. But then again, it just goes to show that we're doing our job. You know what I mean? So that's where it's to it with that.
You know, speaking of your job, you know, I think it was last episode, like you and Meech had went to Atlanta, you
Yeah.
know, and being a native of Atlanta, you know, like I was noticing that that some of the drip that the people was wearing, was that like accurate for that time period in Atlanta's history?
Yeah, I feel like even all the way down to the cars, you know, Meech and Terry were the first motherfuckers to be pulling up 50, 100 deep in Lambos, Ferraris, Mercedes to the club. You know what I'm saying? So they brought that energy to Atlanta when it comes down to the Dookie chains, you know, the style, the mannerisms. And I feel like you're going to see a little bit more of Atlanta these next 3 episodes, which you will. They're going to go back. And you're gonna get a little bit more of a freak. You're gonna get freaknik. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get the cars. You're gonna get the bling. You're gonna get that aesthetic, that realness in time of what Atlanta really brings to the table. Because you got that from you got a little bit of that aesthetic from Detroit. You know, and that's crazy because it's like most of the show is filmed in Atlanta, and you would never know. You feel me? Like both seasons was filmed in Atlanta. We probably filmed maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks in Detroit, and in total of season 1 in season 2. So that just goes to show like what we do with exterior and interior shots and how we make it look real. But now we got like a free range to actually film in Atlanta and make it look like Atlanta. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm looking forward to. That's what I'm looking forward to.
You know, while we on Atlanta, what's your go-to strip club out there? You know, because I allegedly hear good things about Onyx.
Onyx is smooth. Onyx is smooth. I don't really like strip clubs, honest to God. It's it's just ain't my vibe, you know. But when I do go, Onyx is good. You know, they got Magic City. You know, what's crazy is we filmed in Magic City too. We filmed
Yeah,
in Magic City.
yeah,
So
yeah. I was thinking that, but then like if I would have said it, then like I would have been like, oh, this dude's a pervert. Like he knows the
he
interior.
knows the strip club, right? You good? You good?
Yeah, but yeah, like I was thinking to myself, this kind of like Magic City a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
You know, one of my favorite things about BMF is, you know, some of the clothes that you guys wear. Is D.Meeks wardrobe kind of reflective of your own fashion sense? Because I see you on the gram and it's kind of like you should be on the runway with the NBA players.
I love hearing that. Yeah, man, I love nostalgia. I love being able to go back in time and relive history. So when it came down to Kia Bounds and the costume department, she was head of the costumes or what have you. She was very hands-on with me when it came down to how do you want B Mickey to look? I want you to feel like B Mickey. I want you to feel comfortable in these Sergios, in this tracksuit. What bucket hat you feel like you would put on? And I had a lot of freedom when it came down to what he was putting on. So most of the outfits that he had on, I had picked out too much, you know what I'm saying, prior when it came down to wardrobe fitting. You know, when it came down to some of the chains that he had on, most of the chains and rings I picked. They would open up a briefcase and it would be about 12 rings. And I was able to pick from which one I wanted. You know, there would be a rack full of clothes, you know. They would have me try on about 12 different, you know what I'm saying, outfits and pick 3. So I had a lot of freedom to what B Mickey wore because I wanted to feel like him. I wanted to feel as comfortable as possible delivering that character, you know what I'm saying, on screen.
You know, every time I try and pay attention to like the sneakers and stuff, you know, I always get sidetracked with Charles and like his storyline, and I just lose my concentration after all his foolishness.
Nah, that's crazy.
What's in your sneaker rotation right now in real life?
In real life, man, I just got me some Pumas. I got like 3 different styles of Pumas, suede. I rock the Dior low cut sometimes. Just order me some Rick Owens, got me some Ricks coming in. Shoot, what do I be wearing? I got me some, you know, Raf Simmons.
Oh yeah.
You tucked in, you know. So that's living my rotation right now, you know, comfortable, but you know, stylish.
So you're more designer than athletic then, right?
Well, shoot. I mean, I got my Jordan 1s off whites, you know. I got the UNCs. Shoot. I always rock the forces. I got 4 forces in my room in the past 3 months. You know, forces, you can only wear them about 2-3 times. They about done. But done data. So yeah, I rock with the forces too. That's my go-to. Like every day.
It sounds like you've been in New York too long.
Why you say that?
I mean, like that's every New Yorker's like part of our uniform. Like once we buy Air Force Ones, like me personally, once I buy one pair, like the next week I buy like 2 more. Cause I know like after the first couple wears, that's it.
Done. The shoelaces turn cream and yellow. It's like I just bought them a week ago, you know. But yeah.
And that's one of the main reasons why like I don't want to buy the oh damn, what was it? The Tiffany's X Air Force One collab.
I know what you're talking about. You
I
can't
mean,
buy. You can't. Nah. I'm not spending that brick for some white shoes that just get dirty for just like some Air Forces. I ain't doing that.
and then they got the black colorway. That's just like asking for trouble.
Or the black colorway.
Yeah,
I don't really
uh,
like black. I only fuck with the white Air Forces. I don't like no color. I don't like colorful Air Forces.
yeah, the black joints that's reserved for guys like Lamar. You know,
Yeah, lethal, lethal.
Like, do you have a sneaker grail that you're after right now?
That I'm after.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want the Rick Owens. They got it's like the hot top. You get the tie it around the ankle type shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Hold on. I gotta see a picture.
Yeah. And then there's the fur ones. It's the low cut ones, the fur ones. It's like got pop out fur type, the chinchilla fur.
Oh, I see them now. Them joints is hard.
What?
You can't wear them nowhere, but they are.
This shit's hard.
Mhm.
And I want the boots. You know the mischief boots? I
Oh
want
yeah,
them
those
red
slippery
boots.
joints.
Yes, I want them Johns. I want them Johns for real.
Man, them things look ridiculous to me. I don't know.
You gotta know how to style them, Jamel. Come on, you gotta know how to style them. That's the thing. Most people don't know how to style them. You gotta know how to style them.
If I ever rock them, I'll feel like Frank Lucas wearing that mink coat. Man, I'll just stick out like a ball.
Them hard though. Them hard.
All right, before we go, we gotta talk about some hoops, man. Do you have any a favorite player or teams that you watch?
Yeah, I'm an Atlanta native, so Atlanta Hawks always been close to my heart. I just watched DeJounte Murray play the other night in person, and man, he's lethal. I think he's one of my favorite players so far. Only because I got to see him in person. Jamal Crawford is one of my favorite players. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Who else? Who else? Shoot, I feel like that's it though. That's it. Jamal Crawford really.
I
That's
think
it.
Jay Crossover is everybody's favorite player.
Yeah,
Like every time he comes here, I always call him True Essence. That was his name.
really.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nah, I love his playing style, and he just chill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and dude dropped 50 in his last game. Like nobody else could say that unless
Elite.
like Kobe or somebody.
Right. He's lethal though. He's lethal. I was mad they let him go from the Clippers. I used to be a Clippers fan, and then they let him go because I was a LA fan when I was filming in LA, and I was a Lakers fan and Clippers fan. I was on Derek Fisher, Kobe. You know what I'm saying? I
Shit,
was on
I was mad when they traded him from the Knicks. That was my only reason for watching him back then.
facts.
All right, bro. I want to thank you for joining me today.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to the rest of BMF. I'm sure everybody else is.
yes
Um,
sir, yes sir.
you have any upcoming projects that you're working on?
Right now, I'm shooting a short film called Window. Be on the lookout for that. It is a suspense horror. And then right now I'm just auditioning, man. I'm about to executive produce another project later on this year that I can't really tell you about. But yeah, man, just trying to be consistent as possible, bro.